most, at least inside the first minute here. Somalia just need to try and settle themselves after an incredibly shaky start. Let's have another look at it. It was just worked back into defence, and it's fine work by Mboji. That created the chance for his teammate. Al-Hadji so rattling the post and bouncing away to safety. It was Abbas Noor who was caught in possession. They have conceded 8 goals so far in just over 180 minutes now. Somalia 5-1 loss to Gambia. The last time out was their biggest ever defeat at the finals. Having said that, they did have almost 60% possession in that game. Just the second time they've had more possession than their opponents at an AFCON finals. But a hat-trick from Aliou Dramé, who's part of the famed Barcelona Academy La Masia. Condemned them to a heavy defeat in that game, and they've got some work to do here as Senegal lining up another attack. Down goes Ibrahim Sorry, and he can certainly hit them from this position. Papa Ibrahim at fight. Man in charge of this young Senegal side. Hands across the chest of Sorry. And almost scored a couple of times the other day against Tunisia with the free kicks, which were further out than this one. Well, he does have the only goal so far that has been scored by Senegal at these finals. That came in just the 7th minute of the group opener against Gambia. Currently trailing Senegal, Tunisia rather, on a goal difference at the top of Group C. Tunisia 3-0 winners over Somalia. It's going to be Sorry. It's driven straight into the wall. Bengay. Cisse, one of the 2 new faces in this lineup tonight for Senegal. Getting his first action of the tournament as well. El-Hadji Cisse. Ibrahim Aidara had started the first 2 games alongside Jake Jeng in the heart of defence. He's available tonight, Aidara. But Fight opting to go with Cisse. His team are on the attack once more. Be a chance here. It's saved by the legs of Abdiasis Ahmed. This time it's Mboji who is thwarted. Still threatening though here, Senegal. Trying to win another free kick. Ibrahim Sorry getting the decision on this occasion. This was Mboji looking to sneak it past Abdiasis at that near post. Did well, the Somalia keeper. Thrusting out his left leg. Sorry. Bengay. Jeng. Now with Cisse. Just chasing shadows at the moment. Somalia seen very little of the ball. Cisse, ball forwards, it's headed down but not properly clear just yet. This will be a first touch for Vincent Gomis, yet to concede a goal in this tournament. Morocco advance from Group A in at first place with 3 clean sheets, edging Zambia to a top spot on a goal difference. So it will be Morocco taking on South Africa in the quarterfinals. Burkina Faso, winners of all 3 of their games. The only team with a perfect record who will advance to face Zambia in the last 8. Ivory Coast 4-2 winners over Mali earlier on this afternoon. At the same time, Angola put 6 past the Central African Republic. And here come Senegal again. So it was a tough debut appearance for the Central African Republicans. It's a good save here by Abdiassis. Has twice been called into action already. Just looks a matter of time right now before Senegal do take the lead. That's a good ball through to Mohamed Ali. Amin Mbengue gets across just in time. Just a warning sign perhaps that Senegal can't expect to have it entirely all their own way. Sorry. Cisse. To Alpha. This is Ousseynou Ndiaye in midfield, who would miss the quarterfinals if he picks up a yellow card this evening. Any player in the Senegal squad in danger of missing out. Well, they to be yellow carded this evening. This was the opening for Sidi Barama. Off his line sharply, Abdiassis. It's been a tough start for his young players. The Somalia coach watching on, hoping that you can at least bow out on a high. It's been another chastening experience so far. The skipper, Liban, will take the throw in. And straight back his way. Gomis. Cisse. Flip forwards, giving Barama something to chase, and will settle for a corner. Somalia came through the CASAFA qualifying tournaments. Lost 4-1 to Uganda in the semi-finals, but a penalty shootout win over South Sudan in the playoff for 3rd after a 2-2 draw. Saw them qualify for this competition for the 2nd time in succession. header at the near post is wide from Njai. We're regional champions at under 17 level in 2022 at Somalia, beating South Sudan in that year's final. Senegal looking to go through the group stages unbeaten for the second tournament running. The shot here is saved relatively easily by Abdiassis. Just cutting in on his right foot, El Hadji Fall. He's made 2 appearances off the bench before tonight, Fall. Getting the opportunity from kick-off this evening. So the winners of this section will advance to face Mali on Friday. The runners-up will go up against Côte d'Ivoire just a few hours earlier. There's also the added wrinkle of a couple of FIFA Under-17 World Cup playoffs, which will involve the 4 third-place sides. Uganda, Egypt and Angola. 3 teams that will definitely take part in those playoffs for the final 2 qualifying spots at this year's Under-17 FIFA World Cup, which will be held in Qatar in November. There'll be 10 African representatives in that field, which is going to be expanded to 48 teams for the first time. So the top 2 in each section here in Morocco, plus 2 of the 4 third-place finishers, which will be determined by a couple of playoffs on Saturday. So whichever team that comes third in this section will take on Uganda, while Egypt are due to face Angola. There is Foul. Drifts inside Zakaria. Passes behind him though from So. And Abdiassis potentially picks it up. Senegal have gone over 560 minutes now in the group stage at the finals without conceding a goal. That's a run that began with a goalless draw against Cameroon in the final group game of the 2019 competition. Zakaria is the player down here for Somalia. He's going to have to leave the pitch temporarily, which he doesn't look best pleased with. Clearly just felt something. Must to be a muscular injury. Let's see if he's able to overcome that. Cleared away, but brought under control inside the centre circle. This is Lamine Mbengue. Almost slotted that ball through past a couple of defenders. It was cut out in the end, and that's going to be a yellow card for the Senegal skipper. First booking of the night goes the way of Ibrahim Asori. catching the Somalia skipper. Alpha running the header, but slides off the side of his head out for a Somalia throw. Also, still goalless early on in the other game in this group in Bereshit. Gambia taking on at Tunisia. Gambia kicking off in a third place. Beaten by Senegal. And they're opening a game before bouncing back handsomely against Somalia in their second game. And they know that they can leapfrog at Tunisia with a victory. Anything else, though, won't be enough. It's kept in here by Anas. This is out, quickly won back by Cheng Cheng. Cisse. To the feet of Njai. Heading back to retrieve possession as Cisse. Somalia defending deep, sitting in a low block, doing their best to make things difficult here for Senegal. They almost made a dream start with just seconds on the clock. There is Bengue. Can't find a way past Liban. It's been won back in midfield by Sorry. Might get another chance here. Sorry. Frank tells him to get up, Njai. Takes it out towards Alpha. This is Barama. It's come through to So. And it's going to be a penalty here for Senegal. Or is it? Flag belatedly lifted over on the far side. It's going to be checked over for sure. And the ball just broke towards Alhaji So, but he did to be clearly offside. So the offside decision confirmed, no penalty in the end. As Somalia can breathe a sigh of relief. Well, in fairness to them, they've recovered from what was a very uncomfortable start. The question now is, can they get something going in attack? Not really asked any questions so far of the Senegal defence. Ball just slipping out of the hands of Ashraf. Booted away. Foul was jumping for it, and it's Bengate has been released down the left-hand side towards Bodji. Another appeal for a penalty. Free waving this one away. Didn't like to be a great deal in it. Referee just asking for this corner to be held up, but giving the VAR team the chance to a quick look over things, but it is just going to be a corner in the end. Sorry with the delivery, and it's well, into the side netting at the near post. It's a great amount of distance on the goal kick, and I'm not sure what's going on there in the defence, and it is going to be a penalty. Managed to get the shot away, but was clearly impeded at the same time. Referee took her time before making the decision, pointing to the spot, and not entirely sure what Adil Noor was doing. Just switched off, and it's Barama who had the opportunity. Can you see? His left ankle was clipped by Adil as he fired the shot, which was well saved by Abdiasis. Now he's going to face Ibrahim Asari from the spot. Well, the penalty awarded in their favour was scrubbed off after offside was the decision earlier on, the right one. But this time they are going to have a penalty and the chance to take the lead here midway through this first half, but through the skipper, Ibrahim Asari. As part of the 2023 title-winning squad, and has Senegal's only goal at this competition so far. Just taking a moment to collect his thoughts. The opportunity to put his country ahead here. In fact, we're going to have a VAR review. I'm not sure there was any real doubt about the foul. I wonder if Adil Noor could be in further trouble here. Bushra Kabubi over by the pitch side monitor, just having another look at this. difficult to see exactly what she's looking at, but we'll find out one way or another if she's going to take any further action here. It was really all a problem of their own making there for Somalia. It wasn't the best of goal kicks, and then it was compounded by a stake from Adil Noor, enabling Sidi Barama to get past and have the shot on goal. So what is the outcome going to be? So it is going to remain a penalty. We're just checking that Sidi Barama hadn't tripped over his own feet. It definitely looks to be contact from the defender, which knocked him off balance, and it is going to be an opportunity finally for Sorry to fire his team in front here from the spot. We've had plenty of time to think things over. It's always what a penalty taker wants. Let's see if he can keep his composure here, the young Senegal skipper. Up he steps, and he beats Abdiassis low to his right. Not the right way, the keeper, but couldn't get a hand on it. And Ibrahim Asori, with his second goal of the tournament, has both of his team's goals so far in Morocco. And this one has put them in front against Somalia. Their third Group C game. Went the right way, but top marks too. Sorry, it was a well-struck penalty. Well beyond the dive of Abdiassis. So Senegal leading just before the half hour after a lengthy VAR review for the decision to confirm the penalty was made, sticking with the initial ruling. There is the goal scorer, Sorry. And Benkei. Paints a fairly clear picture of the possession stats. Senegal have had almost all of the ball so far. Benkei getting forwards and tries to cut it back. It's kept alive. Jeng. Cisse. Alpha. So. Cross towards the 6-yard box. It's spilled by the keeper and it's been turned home. And it's a quick 5 seconds for Senegal. Mistake by Abdiassis in the Somalia goal, and he's been made to pay. A forced home from an acute angle. It's Abdurrahman and Bodji gets his team second just after they took the lead. There didn't look to be any real danger when that ball was played in. It was spilled by Abdiasis. Just wonder if there was a hint of offside, though, against Barama before he played in that cross. Just came loose and actually ended up going off the leg of Abdiasis. It was prodded goalwards by Mpoji. Imagine, the question is whether Barama was offside when he received that pass before playing the cross. That, I think, is exactly the case. So, offsides, cut short. Senegal celebrations there. Joy is short-lived for Abdurrahman Mpoji. It was indeed Barama. It was beyond the line of the last defender. Be mighty relieved, a teenager, Abdiasis, the Somalia keeper. Bosch is spared by the help of VAR. It's been given away in a bad position. This is foul. Out to Mbenge. Mbenge with the step over. Trying to force it across towards a teammate, but Somalia getting it clear, but then conceding a free kick inside their own half. Taken quickly, Jai. Now so. Mbenge. Sorry. Dangerous ball in, and it's Fizz. One of that far post. Stayed in play, in fact, the effort from a foul. So much spin on it. I think offside again is the decision here. Clip towards the penalty spots by So. That's how things looking at Group C right now. Senegal have provisionally moved top of the standings. Still goals in the game between Gambia and Tunisia. It's a result that would send Tunisia through as runners-up behind the reigning champions. It would mean that the Gambia would contest a playoff for a place at the Under-17 World Cup at the end of this year. They need to win, the Gambia, if they are to advance to the quarterfinals. Mbenge. Excellent work by the left back, and Jai turned into trouble. It's been taken away from him by Anas Mohammed. Just trying to do a little bit too much. There is sorry. Foul. Into the area, finds his captain. Cross towards the penalty spot, and it's held at the second attempt by Abdiasis. Strike low down. On the spin was Sidi Barama. Too close to the Somalia keeper. Flicked on, and it's chested down. But Fowles had it pinched away. It's been won back right away by Senegal and Bengay. One ball into the box, and again given away in a poor area. Sorry, foul. Nothing to get a clear sight of goal. Jeng. Bengay. Almost got past Jeng there. That's Mohamed. Would have made things interesting, but it was well defended. Down by Bodji. He's made a loose pass, but it's been given straight back to Senegal. An equally inaccurate ball. This is a foul, and it's deflected just wide. Alhaji Sow with another effort to get a sizable deflection, and that saves Somalia there. Off the leg of the defender and behind for a corner. He's gone close twice now, Alhaji Sow. Comes the cross. Again, headed back into the area. Bodji lets Alpha take charge. Fizzed in, and it's sliced behind for what will be another corner. Just maintaining the pressure, as they have done throughout Senegal. Cleared behind by Abbas. It's Anas Mohamed, who is just in conversation with the referee. The corner delivered once more by Sorry. It's a deep one beyond the far post, and Falconer's head to it. It's going to be the defender who takes this goal kick. It's rather a short goal kick that is the beginning of the problems that resulted in the Senegal penalty. The game's only goal. It's much a longer kick upfield, and just giving something for the attacker to pursue. Kadar. Gomis. Alpha. Nicely done. Bodji. Barama. To come off Barama last, and well, his assistant seems to be pointing to the corner flag. So it is going to be a corner. Difficult to tell when it came off last. At the first viewing, it looked as if it might have ricocheted back off Barama. Anyhow, I've got a corner to defend here. Somalia. Sorry, again with a deep delivery. And, just got in Bengay's way there, I think, Jeng. Just distracted his teammate momentarily. Sorry, it's a clever ball clipped out towards Barama. Stays on his feet, looks to pull it back, but it's cut out by Abdiassis Abdi. There's Cisse winning the header with ease. So, Bengay to the 6-yard box. It's pushed away by Abdiassis, and again, Senegal quickly gaining possession. Just looking to hang in there before half-time, Somalia. There'll be a fair bit of time added on, you'd have to think, after the VAR review for the penalty, which was eventually upheld. It was the intervention from Abdiassis. Defender again taking care of the goal kick. Alpha. Cisse. Now Cheng. That's Senegal's fourth appearance at the finals. Eliminated in the group phase in their first two trips in 2011 and 2019. It's advanced with a perfect record a couple of years ago, and thrashed South Africa 5-0 in the quarterfinals. That's a great pass to Burkina Faso on penalties after a semi-final that finished one apiece for beating Morocco in the final, and they really should have had a second there. Complete miss kick from El Hadji Foul. He will be relieved to see the flag raised over on the far side. That really ought to have been a tap-in. Or will he be relieved? Because I'm not entirely sure. The goal would have been ruled out for offside. If it had ended up in the back of the net, it will have been validated with the use of the replay. Papa Ibrahim Faye, former under-15 coach, man who has replaced Serine Saliou as the coach of the under-17s. Dia taking over as coach of the under-20s. The under-20 AFCON taking place at the end of this month in Egypt. So after a brief stoppage and water break, it's back out there for the remaining minutes of this first half. 3 minutes indicated by the fourth official. Just looking ahead to the under-20 competition, Senegal have been drawn alongside Zambia, Kenya and Sierra Leone. So the reigning champions at that age level as well. doing it for the first time in 2023. They got the better of the Gambia in the final. Problem here for Anas Mohammed. In fact, it's Zakaria who's the player down. His right leg stretched out by a teammate as the team medic makes his way out. Well, things are going to plan for Senegal so far and their supporters, but they would have at least another goal at the very least. It looks as if Tunisia have just gone ahead in the game in the group. That means that right now Senegal would have to settle for second place. Well, we're past the 3 minutes of stoppage time. Let's see how much more is added on. Zakaria has been loaded onto the stretcher and taken off with his shirt pulled up, but over his face looks to be in some distress. The youngster. It's sad to see. So it will be a free kick for Somalia right at the end of this first half, and so it helps it on towards Barama. Trying to squeeze it through to So. Ricochets across to Sorry. A number of players just losing their footing. This first half. Mohamed Ali scoops it towards Qatar, but it's easily cut out by Jeng. It's an excellent turn and little burst this from Sorry. So Somalia are going to be forced into a change here right before half-time. County Hussein Farah, who was one of the 5 players to drop out of the starting lineup this evening. Coming on for the stricken Zakaria. Alpha. So there goes the whistle. That brings an end to this first half. Just the 1 goal in it. Ibrahim Sorry's second goal of the tournament, coming from the penalty spot in the 29th minute, and it's one that has given Senegal a 1-0 half-time lead over Somalia. Senegal had scored just once in their opening at 2 games after a 1-0 win over the Gambia. It's a frustrating stalemate against Tunisia. And last time out, they almost scored with a matter of seconds on the clock after a defensive a slip up, but El Hadji Sow rattled the post. And they had to wait until just before the half-hour mark when Ibrahim Assori coolly converted from the spot after Sidi Barama was fouled. Again, that decision upheld after a VAR review. Diassis in the Somalia goal went the right way, but far too much power and precision in the spot kick from Assori. And it's Senegal who have the 1-0 lead at the break here at the Stade El Abdi. So look at the first half statistics. Senegal with 80% possession and 12 shots. Somalia really yet to muster anything going forwards. The 1 yellow card so far for the goal scorer as well, Ibrahim Assori. So one-way traffic in the opening 45 minutes, but Somalia certainly not out of this contest just yet, with just the 1 goal in it. I'll have some first half highlights with you momentarily. Senegal are taking on Somalia the final round of group games in Group C as the group stage wraps up tonight in Morocco. The Stade El Abdi, the venue for this one between the reigning champions and Somalia, making their 2nd straight appearance at the finals. And Senegal almost off to a dream start. El Hadji Sow wrestling the uprights with maybe not even 10 seconds on the clock. And it was a good save by Abdiassis to keep out Abdurrahman and Bodji. Another effort this time from El Hadji Fall, one of 2 players brought into the lineup, and then this was the penalty. Sidi Barama was caught as he took his shot. Came from a defensive breakdown. And then the decision to award the penalty was upheld after it. Look at the replay. Ibrahim Assori driving low and hard to the right of Abdiassis in the Somalia goal. 2nd goal of the tournament for the Senegal skipper. And then Senegal thought they had a second just moments later when it was turned home by Abdurrahman and Bodji. But an offside against Sidi Barama earlier in the move. Saw the goal chalked off. Kept creating chances. Senegal, this was Sidi Barama denied by Abdiassis, and then El Hadji Sow saw his effort deflected wide. Just 1 goal in it at half-time. Senegal 1, Somalia 0.
Un nouveau jour s'est levé, l'appétit s'est révélé, pour lui, pour elle. L'heure est venue de dévoiler une nouvelle réalité. Point de jour, point de nuit, rayonnement d'un homme infini, rêve à venir, de devenir, ce qu'on souhaite, ou l'on souhaite. Partage ma passion, écrivons le succès, exprime tout ce qu'on est. Avançons 5 minutes, et ce monde est là, et qui ne sauve les bras.
Ici, on est dans la même dans le service. Et c'est tout un métier, vous savez. C'est clair que vous êtes utile au quotidien. Et pour fournir de l'énergie sur toute sa vie. Partout. Tout le temps. Sur tout le continent.
Un nouveau jour s'est levé, l'appétit s'est révélé, pour nous, pour eux, pour lui, pour elle. L'heure est venue de dévoiler
Welcome back to the Stade El Abdine El Jadida on the Atlantic coast of Morocco. Players making their way back out ahead of the start of this second half between Senegal and Somalia. If you're just joining us, there was only one goal in the first half, scored by Senegal captain Ibrahim Sorry So in the 29th minute from the penalty spot. Sorry has both of his team's goals now at this competition. Got the winner, the 1-0 win over the Gambia on match day 1. They were held to a goalless draw against Tunisia on Friday and find themselves in a battle for top spots with the young Carthage Eagles, who have the edge in terms of goal difference at the moment. They are currently beating Gambia by 1-0 in the other game in this group, kicking off at the same time, or it did kick off at the same time, in Bereshid to the east of El Jadida. Well, the winners of this group will go on to face Mali, two-time former champions, who were the runners-up in Group D. The winners of Group C, I should say, the runners-up in Group C will take on Côte d'Ivoire, who finished top of Group D after a 4-2 win over Mali a little earlier on in Bereshid. First game here today in El Jadida resulted in a 6-1 win for Angola against the Central African Republic, who shipped 14 goals in 3 games on their debut at the Under-17 AFCON. Real steep learning curve for the newcomers, but they did at least go away with a couple of goals that they could smile about. And we are back underway in El Jadida as Senegal, the 1-0 lead, looking to add to their tally in this second half. The good news for them is that in Bereshid, Gambia are now back on level terms. It's 1 apiece between Gambia and Tunisia in that game. Means that if it finishes level in the other game, Senegal just need to win in order to lock up first place. But if Tunisia win, then Senegal have to win by a few goals here if they're to overturn Tunisia's advantage when it comes to a goal difference. It's a clever dummy, but well, it was partially cut out by Liban. Alpha. No changes at half-time, although Somalia were forced to make one right at the end of the second half for the unfortunate Zakaria coming off. Actually, I stand corrected because Senegal appear to have made a couple of substitutions. Wonderful view of the stadium. A venue that was used for a number of World Cup qualifiers in Africa last month. There is Barama. Somalia looking to get just the smallest sides of the Senegal goal. You had to have a single attempt. It's been a very quiet past game and a half for Vincent Gomis, the Senegal keeper. And didn't face a single shot against Tunisia the last time out. This is sorry. So this is a foul. That was a handball by Haji foul. Or just going back to what I said earlier about the changes. Senegal haven't made any changes yet. That's to turn to his bench, Papa Ibrahim fight, but they are going to make a couple here. No sooner had I said that, so Haji foul is going to be replaced by Etienne Mendy. And Haji Cisse. This way for Medwanye. Well, actually, that's Cheng Jiang coming off. So Haji Cisse still out there. It's Cheng Jiang who makes way, and for the moment looks as if they've got to a back three, Senegal. More attacking lineup, but in search of more goals in this second half. So Papa Ibrahim fight, rolling the dice. This second half didn't wait long to make the changes. Yes, Abdi helps it on. Cut out by Alpha, but the kick from Gomis. Plenty of a height, but not much distance, as it goes out for a Somalia throw. Cisse. Bengay. This is Wanye. The player to drop out the starting lineup from the second group game. So trying to force it through. Cisse easily shrugs off Anas. I think the change in tactics is a pretty clear indication from the Senegal coach that he wants more goals in this second half from his team. So they look to finish above Tunisia and the Gambia. Cisse. It's back from Bengay. It's the midfield. Jai. Spread out towards Barama. A tricky customer, City Barama. Not so much on that occasion, but was real problems. He's at his best. I'll be imagining that it'll be filtering through pretty soon that Tunisia have regained the leads in the other game. It's bad news for Senegal. I need to get their act together here in the second half and try and rack up some goals, which is really not something they've done yet so far in this tournament. Just two to this point. It's run out of play by Mohamed Wanye. Abbas Noble can take this goal kick to get a bit more distance on it than his keeper. It was a short kick in the first half from the keeper that complicated things for Somalia. That's the only goal so far. Wanting to ask a few more questions now, Senegal, to click back into gear after half-time. Dan, the near post here for Somalia as Ibrahim Asori works the corner short. It's it back and this time clips it in. It's a good burst by Abdallah. Jai. It's a good ball from Mendy. Finds Wanye to the 6-yard box. A little unorthodox from the Somalia keeper. So sends it back in. It's cleared by Liban. This is Mendy. Alpha. Cisse hanging back. Bengay. Just confirmation of Tunisia going back ahead against the Gambia. Jai. Gives it away. Now, can Abdiasis Abdi create something? He goes down looking for a free kick and He's just told to get back up by the referee. Sorry. Alpha. Barama. So, and he's offside. Couldn't get back to a better position. It's a marginal call, though. But his left boot onto it. Abdiasis just doing enough to redirect that low ball in towards the 6-yard box. That's could pass back to the goalkeeper, but he does it extremely well. Vincent Gomes gets a cool head. Here's So. Plays it through the middle. Keeper comes out and he gets there first. Had to get that right. Abdiasis. Barama crossed in and cleared away by Abbas. Senegal will come once more. Barama. Alpha. Picked out towards Wanye. Trying to make an impact off the bench. Mohamed Wanye, but he's been robbed of the ball. Senegal eventually winning it back. Alpha. Oh, Barama. Just to poke it past Ashraf. Be a throw-in for Senegal. Barama. Past one, but couldn't get past the second. Ball deflects back towards him, though, and it's going to be a free kick for Somalia in the end. I'm sure he did an awful lot wrong there. Sidi Barama. Past the hour mark in Al-Jadida. Tunisia leading the Gambia by 2-1 in Bereshit. Means that Senegal right now looking at a quarter-final against Côte d'Ivoire on a Friday. Game would take place in Bereshit. He's had a little bit more to do in this second half of Vincent Gomes, which is not saying a great amount, given he had next to nothing to do in the first half. Alhaji So has had a number of chances. He scored in the very first minute, denied by the post. It's Sidi Barama. There was going to come off. Ibrahim Diallo brought on. Just one brief substitute appearance so far in the tournament for Diallo. Ibrahim fight Trying to spark his team into life here in this final half hour. Looked a little bit flat since half time. Such in formation at the back. It's to pay off in terms of creating more going forwards. Wanye. Alpha tries to slide it through, but the flag is up again. Another very close call. I do get the feeling that Senegal are going to have to step things up in the knockout phase. Particularly if I go up against a Cote d'Ivoire team that has scored 10 times in 3 outings. Highest scorers in the tournament. Haidara got all 4 of his goals in the opening 6-1 win over the Central African Republic, and this is Mboji. Excellent move inside, finds So with a shot, and that's a good save by Abdi Assis. Got a good strong hand to that strike. It's hit low and firm by Al-Hadji So. Won't go in for him tonight, at least not yet. A really good bit of goalkeeping to deny him. Corner is whipped towards the far post. It's headed behind for another corner kick. Another opportunity perhaps from this corner. There's a slip at the near post, but kept alive by Senegal. Couldn't bring it under control, Anas. Bengue. Cisse. Still just the Ibrahim Assari penalty before the half hour that separates these sides. It's a nice step over. Can they thread together a couple of passes here? Gomes. So, Bonji spins away from one. This is Sorry. Now Bengue. Wide to Mendy. To Diallo. Mendy Surely offside. It will just be a goal kick. Well, the quarter-final action, it kicks off on Thursday with Burkina Faso taking on Zambia to get things started. That game will be held in Casablanca before the host Morocco take on South Africa at the El Bashir Stadium in Mohammedia. Final set for Mohammedia on the 19th of April. But still a long way to go for Senegal if they are to retain their crown. So, an opportunity here for So. Lays it back to Alpha. Chai, it's a lucky bounce. Sorry. Bengay, now Mendy. Alpha. Wanye fizzes it in, played off. He's having to be patient here. Senegal, and from Alpha, ended away but only partially, and it's helped over by Abdi Assis. Another top save from the Somalia keeper. That ball was certainly travelling. Denying Abdurrahman and Bodji. It's deflected as well. Single-handedly keeping his team in this contest, Abdi Assis. The corner is headed just wide of that near post. Ball seemed to hang in the air for ages. I was quite sure where it was going to end up. This was the shot just before. It's deflected and then tipped over by the Somalia keeper. And more changes coming up this time for Somalia, with Bilal and Abdikani. Still waiting for those two changes to be authorised. Get the chance here, presumably. It's Somalia throw coming up, and just a question of who's coming off. So Kedar, he will be replaced by Bilal, and then Abdikani comes on for Abdi Assis Abdi. High five from the coach as he makes his way to the dugouts. Well, they're doing a good job of playing the role of spoilers here so far, Somalia. They've made it a frustrating night for Papa Ibrahim at fight. Looked as if they would absolutely coast to victory when they hit the post with barely seconds played, but they have scored just once to this point. So, Wanye to poke it through the legs of his opponents, but wasn't able to do so. Again, a rare opportunity for Somalia, but it's quickly snuffed out, and here come Senegal looking for that second, and the pass is just A touch too far in front of Ibrahim Diallo. Have not quite been at their best in the final third tonight, Senegal. But Somalia keeper Abdiassis Ahmed has made a couple of really good saves as well. Gomes still hasn't faced a single shot at the Senegal goal. Will be a free kick for Senegal. Jai keen to get on with it. This is Mbodji. Mbodji has kept his balance, and Mbodji it's deflected behind by fine challenge from Ashraf. Did really well to stay on his feet, and Mbodji. But Ashraf got across just in time. Foiling Senegal once more. Corner is whipped in. It's a free header for Ousseynou Ndiaye. Can't hit the target though. Throw in for Senegal. Alpha. Just checks out his options. Short to sorry, but into trouble. Ball will stay with Senegal though. Alpha, the looping ball in, it's going to land though on the roof of the net. They're one of just two teams remaining yet to concede a goal. Senegal. Difficulties have come at the other end where they've scored just twice to this point, and that was hit with some pace. And again, it's a turn behind by Abdiassis. Frustration continues to grow for Senegal. Cisse. Just be a goal kick. Etienne Mendy, the effort on this occasion. All rebounded towards him after the long-range effort was partially blocked. Acted sharply again though, Abdiassis, and the Somalia goal. Jai. She headed down and flicked on first time by Wanye. And so has got past his man here. It's a poor ball in though, scooped up by Abdiassis. Did spill a similar cross in the first half, was bailed out by VAR. So there was an offside earlier in the build-up, but Certainly kept the score down tonight, the Somalia keeper. Well, the kick is straight to El Hadji Sow. Now Wanye. And he goes around the outside and tries to come it back in. That definitely looks to have gone out. And well, it's been fired home, but surely the ball had gone out to play. That's what the referee is gesturing. No question about it. It was definitely behind the byline by a clear margin. So they the ball on the back of the net again, Senegal, but this one once more rightly ruled out. Wanye goes down under the challenge, and it's a free kick for Senegal, and a yellow card as well. I might have gotten away with it, actually. If so, that was a good challenge by Abbas. It's initially as if the referee was reaching into a pocket, but not actually sure the card ever came out. Sorry to swinging this set piece again. The team's dead ball specialist. Referee just asking the wall to take a couple of steps back. Still 2-1 in the other game between Tunisia and the Gambia. Sorry, towards the far post where it's hit by a Somalian head. That was surely a foul throw. It went unpunished. Well, here comes the corner from Sorry, low towards the near post this time. Third at the second attempt. So Shay's back through, and it's smacked against Etienne Mendy behind for a goal kick. Well, I know this is the end of the road for them tonight, but they certainly go out with their heads held high after battling hard against the reigning champions. And it looks as if they'll be the team that It does enough to thwart them in their quest to finish top of the group, but still some time remaining. They have made life rather more difficult than Senegal would have been hoping this evening. This is a bit of a concern here for Senegal with Etienne Mendy. They're down Herds. Training staff has been summoned. And another change is going to be made as well by Somalia. It was Abdekani who went in late on Etienne Mendy. So off comes Adil Noor, replaced by Mustafa Omar Hassan. A couple of changes, in fact, with Tiram and Jama Elmi coming on. Sorry, once more towards the near post, and it's hooked up and over by Ibrahima Diallo. I don't think it's going to be a night they'll look back on too fondly, Senegal. Been looking for a confidence-boosting victory with a number of goals, but that just simply hasn't happened against this determined Somalia side. Corner towards the penalty spot, and it's off the head of Mustafa. Not entirely sure he needed to touch that, but wasn't leaving anything to chance. They've certainly had no shortage of corners tonight, Senegal. Once more delivered by Sorry. This time it's a header at the towards the back corner of the 6-yard box. Something for Bilal to chase, trying to apply some pressure on the defence. It's been another comfortable night, by and large, for Senegal at the back. This is ping forwards, head out for a throw. Hi, Mohamed Ali. Jai. Now so. Cisse. Jai. It's a strong challenge. Jai. Wanye with the attempted cross in, rather spectacular overhead clearance, but Alpha is back in possession. Jai. Alpha. Now Wanye. Trying to manufacture a bit of space. Sorry. Alpha. Puts it in, and it's volleyed wide at the near post by Giallo. Already into stoppage time in the other game in this section. It's Tunisia who are on course to finish in first place above Senegal. With the Gambia set to contest one of the two playoffs for a spot at the Under-17 World Cup. We'll be going up against Uganda from Group A. And the shot is, well, an easy one really for Abdiassis. Four minutes still to be played here in Argentina. Stays in play. Jai. Sorry. Once more set to be the match winner. Going to need some contributions, though, from some other of his teammates going forward, Senegal. If they're serious about getting their hands on the trophy again. Need to sharpen up an attack. 2 goals in 3 group games won't cut it going forwards. So, Wanye. This is Alpha. And it'll be a corner for Senegal. This one taken short. Sorry. Kills it on his left foot. It's partially cleared towards the edge of the box, and the strike from range well off the mark. Well, that sums it up this evening. Of course, for the 3 points, Senegal, but not much else. Sorry. Play brought back for the foul. So, Wanye was trying to run onto it. Wanye has somehow been able to pinch it back. Pull back for Alpha. The header away. Number of Senegal players lining up, but just outside the area. Cisse. Alpha. He gets it back this time from Diallo. Alpha quickly back to his feet, and that's wide of the near post as Diallo thumps the ground in frustration. And it is all over between Tunisia and the Gambia. It's Tunisia who are going through surely as group winners. Might be able to grab a second though here. It's so, and it is deflected home. Well, that is a touch cruel on at Somalia. As El Hadji So finally gets his goal. Assuming he is ultimately credited with it because there was a healthy deflection that deceived Abdiassis in the Somalia goal. With pretty much the last act of this game, Senegal have doubled their lead. It's as if it's going to be too little, too late, though. Came off Ashraf, and not much Abdiassis could do. Just flashed past his head. I assume we're just checking for potential offside. Thought to be okay, but let's just make absolutely certain. For a discussion with the new assistant referees. So it's the goal going to stand at this time. We've already had one ruled out for offside this evening. Members of the Somalia coaching staff just viewing something there on the tablets. Well, the wait goes on just to determine whether the second goal will be given or not. Well, presumably it is going to stand, and there goes the final whistle as well. So it's all over in Al Jadida as Senegal have their second win in 3 Group C games, striking right at the death to double their advantage through El Hadji So, adding on to the first half penalty from the captain Ibrahim Assori. The final score, Senegal 2, Somalia 0. The young Senegalese players make their way over to acknowledge the supporters. Abdiassis had himself a fine game in goal for Somalia, but he was powerless to stop his team sliding from a 3rd straight defeat in Group C. was always going to be an uphill battle for Somalia, appearing at the finals for just the second time. They will head home after finishing at bottom of Group C. And for Senegal, the quarterfinals beckon. Ibrahim Assari with 2 of the 3 goals to this point. I'll hope the attack sparks into life as they reach the knockout phase. Next up for them will be Côte d'Ivoire in Bereshit on a Friday. It'll be Tunisia going through to take on Mali. Tunisia, the winners in Group C after their 2-1 victory